There is a new trade deal to replace NAFTA, and here to talk about it is our Extension Ag Policy Specialist and economist, Larry Sanders. And Larry, why don't we just kind of start off for folks with a broad overview of what's developed?
Sure. The President and the countries of Canada and Mexico brought it right down to the deadline of September 30th, but we now have a new acronym called the US-Mexico-Canada Agreement, and it does replace NAFTA. And it has a wide variety of categories in it, from auto to drugs to intellectual property rights. The focus we'll have on it today is to talk about what's in it for agriculture.
And you've spent some time kind of boiling that down specifically for agriculture. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. We might just talk first of all about the U.S.-Mexico side of it, because they basically decided early on to take agriculture off the table. So what farmers and ranchers saw with NAFTA before this agreement really hasn't changed. It's basically still there. With the U.S. and Canada, there have been some changes. President Trump really wanted to get dairy farmers in the United States to be able to have more market access into Canada, and the Canadians finally gave on that area, and it's in Class 7 milk. Probably doesn't matter much to Oklahoma dairy farmers, but we're talking about things like skim milk, powdered milk, milk concentrates, that sort of thing. There are some agreements with cereals, grains like wheat that may affect Oklahoma a bit there. The rest of it really hasn't changed a lot. The most important thing we have here is we're back in a zone of certainty. When President Trump backed out of NAFTA, when he backed out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, we saw a great deal of uncertainty created among farmers and ranchers, particularly with trade between Mexico and Canada. They're two of our three biggest partners, China being the third one. And now farmers and ranchers can rest more comfortably because we have certainty there. So we may see changes yet to come in future years, but in 6 years they will get together and they'll say, do we as three countries like the way this is? If we like it, it's good for 16 years. And after 16 years, if they like it, it's good for another 16 years. So this degree of certainty could be with us for a very long time. The one thing that President Trump didn't get out of Canada was that he wanted the dispute resolution to reside within the United States court system. Canada was unwilling to give on that. So when Canada gave up the market access for the United States to come into the dairy markets, the United States gave up that access for the dispute resolution. So it's very much like the NAFTA was before. So we're in a degree of certainty there. What we still have to resolve now are the trade wars that we have created with steel and aluminum and the tit for tat that China has brought on board.
Just one piece of the picture then is, like you said, a little more certain.
That's right.
And it is all about the negotiation, the give and the take.
It's ongoing.
Okay, Larry Sanders, thanks a lot. We'll see you again soon.